So since we didn't have too much that we had on our agenda for today, we didn't get any photos. So uploading anything, you'd have got more rocks, more ocean. You may get that anyway later. But what we're going to do today is kind of do a camper review, how we do things. We actually came into camp fresh and set up here, and we actually hooked up everything to city water to where we can run the sink straight to the drain and shower straight to the drain if we want to. So we're hooked up as if you're going to be here full time, actually. We don't, we leave during the daytime. So what that does, to start off with, it took us about 15 minutes to get everything set up to be able to move in the camper and then do what we want to do. That's to set up for the whole night, city water, 2 days or 3 days if you wanted to. The next thing I timed was how long it takes me to unhook to take off and go uptown for a minute to have supper. And it took right at 5 minutes to get everything unhooked and ready to go down the road. That includes Starlink sitting out in the yard. That probably takes as much time as the rest of it. But that's what it takes to get ready to go. And then coming back in, it took right at 5 minutes to get everything hooked back up to stay again for 3 nights.
Now that said, that means that when he says it takes 5 minutes, he left the stinky slinky, the sewer hose here, already connected to the sewer at the campground.
Right.
We always take our electrical cord with us
And the surge charge.
and the
Surge
dog
protector.
bone surge protector thing. So that does save him a little bit of time.
Right. The water filter, the water hose, the water filter is left here, and I cap the end of it laying on the ground, and I cap the end of that sewer hose that she's talking about laying on the ground. So it takes 5 minutes, and you're ready to go. And if we had leveling blocks, we did find out that takes about 2 minutes more.
Right.
But here in this campground, we're on almost flat ground.
Right. Right. So the other thing we thought we'd talk to you about is how we started out this trip, and how we have changed using different pieces and parts and how we store different things. Because we came into this trip with 3 weeks worth of clothes and have figured out that we really only need about a week's worth of clothes.
A week and a half.
Maybe
most.
A week and a half.
Because we have done laundry.
Yes, we've done laundry a lot more. Like I said in another video, we've done laundry a lot more than I expected to, which I'm thrilled with.
I packed for I think 14 days worth of pants and another 14 days worth of shorts and shirts and all this, and I was ready to only have to do the laundry one time on this trip before I got back home.
Yes, and I brought mayonnaise and mustard on the trip, and we just today are at the bottom of those 2 bottles. So we went to the store today and got some more. But there are things that you don't realize how long they last or how long they don't last, and so you kind of have to back up and punt, as I like to say, on a lot of things, and that's what we've done on this trip.
I think we're on day 56 or 57.
Yeah, maybe
57, and we got how many more days left? About 40.
40 some, no.
Right at 40.
50, well, 45 or so.
Okay. To go. So we're halfway through the trip.
At least.
And we're already thinking we should have sent some of this clothes back home in a package.
Yes.
Because what we're trying to do is free up more storage area.
Right.
Now, that being said, when we first packed this camper, we packed and I thought, I can't get any more in here. Do I need another pair of shorts, another pair of pants? Do I need this? Do I need that? And, it was packed to the gills, I thought.
Yep.
And then after you get into it, and then you think, okay, I'm going to go back in here. We're going to show you this. But there's storage under my bed. We're going to kind of do the camper review again. But storage under my bed, I thought, well, I'm going to just get in there and repack it. So I opened it up, and I took everything out, and I stuck it back in there, repacked it, and I had room to put more stuff.
And every time he does it, he finds more space.
I have done that 3 times. And I said, okay, I've got another 6 inches of space under this bed. Let's put something else in there. So it's, again, if we had packed for what we have realized we needed for the trip, you could have put, it'd been half empty when we started. What we compared to what we did when we did start.
Yes.
So you ready to show that, or you want to talk about anything else?
No, let's go.
Okay.
So one of the first things I will talk about is our jackets. I was throwing my jackets all over. I would leave them in the seat. And then I finally realized, oh look, they both hang on the back of the chair, as does Raymond's.
Let me turn that light on.
Now you can see it a little better, much better actually. Starlink is outside right now, but sometimes it's in the floorboard up there at night if we don't leave it outside. Our shoes used to go right where my flip-flops are, and we would stack them and they would fall and we'd trip over them, and they really got on our nerves. So Raymond came up with the idea to put my shoes up here. He usually only wears like one pair of shoes, so whatever. But those are my shoes up there, all stacked nice and neat.
Across the top here, we actually have the inside shades that go on the inside to cover the windshield, but we also bought for ourselves a quilted outside shade. If you're in the heat, it really does block off the heat.
Yes.
You can't use it during windy places, but
or rain,
but we put it out when we can.
Yeah, we really like it.
And we store up here the package for it to go into, which is here, and we got
the internet goes up there.
The internet goes up there. This right here is our internet. This is actually we have 3 means of internet. This is T-Mobile internet, home internet, and we have Starlink that we bought on this trip.
Yep.
And we have the phone. You can hotspot off of it.
Yep.
But this cover here that I just showed you, this covers another insulated cover, and this goes up here. This is a vent fan that we have on a lot of times, even at night.
Most of the time these days.
But this puts up here, goes up, covers that vent, knocks out a lot of heat, and you can warm up your inside easier with that on there. I guess the cabinet.
Yep.
We go into here. That's the pantry now with everything in it.
I rearrange it probably at least every other day, and at least if we go to the store.
Every 3 hours.
Now wait a minute.
Okay, 2. And then we have, this is the other pantry part.
Yep.
And we're not even using these.
Right.
We need to throw them away.
Yes.
Get rid of them, have space. Look, you got room.
Yep.
And we went to another, we're not even using plates. We did buy some Corrine, or what is that?
The Corelle. We bought some bowls because we realized we were using bowls more than anything, and we had no bowls.
This is good. Is extra. We're getting rid of this. We're not using plastic spoons to take up the space.
That won't go on the next trip.
We actually went to Walmart and bought 3 spoons, 3 knives, and 3 forks.
Yep.
Because we can wash them. We can wash them in the sink.
Yep. One thing that I did, well, you can see our other little storage spot with all our decorations, but that holds like some melatonin and
Tums
and flashlights.
We have 3 flashlights in there.
Yes.
And it holds little magnets.
Yes, obviously.
The most important job is the magnets.
Absolutely, because they don't stay anywhere else. Anyway, so on the counter, I have this blue basket that I was tired. I had it in the microwave originally on our last trip, and this trip I thought, you know what? What if we just stick it on the counter? If it falls, it falls. It's bread. It's not going to break anything. And all but 2 times it has stayed right there and not moved.
Right. It won't go forward because my chair turns around and it has a high back, so it can't go forward. Right. But we've had some of these crooked turns, and this thing has made its way over to here and in the floor.
Yes. But it does great for the most part. Scooters, the internet's not usually there. The coffee pot.
Coffee pot, yeah.
So that is something that we didn't have last trip. We bought it at some point on a trip or for a trip, and we decided it would be good there. And we actually got some of that Gorilla Tape and taped it down, and it stays right there perfectly.
And the Gorilla Tape is not but 4 about 3/4 inch squares, 1 at the back, 1 at the front, and 2 on both sides.
Right.
And it'll sit there with water in it and not move.
Right.
And we don't leave it plugged in, but we do unplug it. But it'll sit there, knock on wood, hadn't failed in the many times, 3 times that's fell off.
Right. And so the 2 coffee cups there, one is the green one is Raymond's coffee cup and will be used in the morning. And then my other one I just used and haven't washed, so it's still sitting there, and I'll wash it and stick it somewhere in the morning. The refrigerator, it's a refrigerator. You can guess what that does.
One other thing we found out on this trip.
Oh yeah.
We were buying bottled rock water, and we were buying the 32 bottles, and we were using all bottled water, and for drinking water, because we just didn't want to drink that campground drinking water.
Yep, and we went through it every couple of days. And
so we went to one of the campgrounds, and a guy got beside us, and he said, I don't know how we got to talking about the water, and he pulled out his tester, and I said, okay, I got to have one of them. So we ordered on Amazon and got us a water tester. This thing tests the water, and it'll tell you how pure the water is.
Yep.
If it's drinkable or not. And believe it or not, this tap water, of course, we got a filter at the spigot, and we have another filter and cold water in the camper.
Right.
But this water right here scored a 19.
Yes.
And you can drink the water up to 300
or 200. I think I'm comfortable with 200.
200. But what the guy found out at the campground was showing us, he bought some water at
Walmart, I think.
A box store, and he tested the water out of the bottle. I watched him in a cup right on the picnic table, and it scored in the 250, 280.
Yes.
And the tap water was down to 75 or something like that out of the campground faucets.
Yep. So
I had to have one.
Yep.
And then we tested a spring.
Yes, we did. And that was 17, I think. And I even held it down towards the end of the bottom of the creek. Let me show you this drawer. So this drawer has evolved also. All these tools over here to the left were in this drawer up here, and I got sick of fighting all that stuff, so I moved it down. And then Raymond has since taken more stuff out of that drawer and put it down here.
We use this level every time we come into a campsite, and like I said, we're a little bit out of level. We'll check it here.
Yeah.
And we'll check it here
right.
for level. I mean, that's almost perfect.
Right. But it lives in this drawer now.
Yep.
And our bowls are down here, my one pot, my one pan. We've got this stuff we never use, but we have it just in case.
Somebody gave it to us. It's make your campfire sparkle. Yeah. That stuff's out of here next.
I got Ziploc bags, the sandwich size.
Yeah.
We've got 2 mugs that a campground gave us. And that bottom drawer has more stuff like that, kitchen stuff.
Back into storage.
Yes.
This is my cabinets, and granted, like I said, I've got. This is my workout clothes. This is my short sleeve shirts, my hat, bag, blue jeans and long socks if I wear blue jeans, and shorts and short socks. And then this is my long shirts, and that's all I need. Like I said, there's enough there for 20 days worth of clothes without doing anything.
Right. And we did do laundry today, so that's as full as it will be. And then this is my side. And so I pared down again today.
Because I found more room under my bed.
It's a TARDIS. We always wanted the TARDIS. It's down there. So I've got all my pants and shirts are all up there. This side has my pajamas. This blue bucket holds hats and my socks. There's my hoodie. There's my planner, my journal, my word search. Stuff I haven't touched yet.
She brought some stuff that she will definitely not bring back next time.
I might.
Okay.
You don't know. These little boxes above our bed. So my latch, the little handle thing holds my chapstick perfectly at night, which is great. But I have cords in here for the laptop, my phone, and my iPad, along with pins, my headphones, my hair ties, just miscellaneous stuff that you get, you need. And then, hey, put that back up there. Careful.
I have the same thing on my side.
Yes, and he kind of has the same setup. He puts his phone up there at night.
I run my cord to charge it at night.
Right. And then he has put this up here because that goes to the fan that he showed you over there.
The cover.
And he can grab it at night and do whatever he needs to do with it. Same thing with actually the TV remotes. He has put them up here
Velcro.
with Velcro. That's been a big help. We don't lose them all the
I
time.
moved my pillows off so you can kind of see them under
Okay.
my bed.
Yeah. So
There's one thing that I added that her side had. This is a little, if you can see that, this is a little build up to hold this up. I felt like I was sleeping and rolling off into the floor.
Yep.
Hers has that on there. Mine didn't have it.
Yes.
So I bought some at Lowe's and taped them up, and they're in there.
Yep.
But this is the Tetris part.
Yes, we have the Starlinks in there. I've got a whole stack of shirts. There's shorts in there.
I've got a pair of shoes I hadn't worn yet.
Yep. We've got a tabletop for the van.
We got a dining fly that we haven't set up because the wind's been so terrible we couldn't turn it on. We can't set it up.
Yep. And then over there he's got
running shoes and
my bag.
What is this bag, huh? What is this game bag down here?
Honey, we played some of those games. And thankfully we've carried that Frisbee all the way across the country and haven't yet to use it. Again,
we got about 36 games in that bag, and we played 2.
Yes.
But we play them constantly.
Yes. But every time he rearranges down there, he finds more room, which is great. We'll take it.
And then her side,
yes,
a little harder to raise.
It's much harder to raise because the foot of my mattress goes under this counter, and you have to move the You have to move the end of the mattress.
And we have added 6 inches of foam to these to make it easier to lay
something
on.
like that.
So I have to kind of lift this up and then lift this up.
Yes. And then that's really all the storage I have under my bed, and that bag just has a bunch of crap in it that I realized early on that I wasn't using, so I just put it in that bag and under there.
Okay. And then you have one more cubby hole back here.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's just pins and stuff. I don't know if you can really even see it. Yeah, you can. Pins, Post-it notes, office supplies, because, you need that on every trip.
Yeah, right.
And then back here is our wardrobe, as I call it. And that top part where the paper towels are is usually what we call the hamper. And like I said, we just did laundry today, so we don't have anything in there now. But this is our toiletry bags. This is his. Mine's back there. And then this is extra stuff that I didn't want to have to buy on the road, but brought with me.
And have it used?
I have used most of it, yeah.
All right.
Then we have a drawer. We have our laundry detergent, obviously toilet paper. We have some coffee, some creamer. We have an extra bag, hairspray. There's a tube of toothpaste in there. Just little miscellaneous stuff. And then behind you is our medicine cabinet. And one thing we did pretty early on is we went, it's in Quartzsite, I think.
Yeah.
We went and bought these bars because everything was falling out, especially on that top shelf. And those bars have been a lifesaver.
Right.
So, and that's about it.
That's about it. I think it winds it up.
We didn't have these hooks for the towels before, but they have worked out well. That those towels dry well.
What are those towels? You remember?
They are Tech towels.
Tech towels.
Sea to Summit towels from Amazon. They're about $30. They're fabulous. And then my hair towel on there. So.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Tell them about what you did there.
Oh, to wind it up, I guess there's actually a wooden mat board under here for you to stand on under your shower. It's got grooves in it, and I actually put the towel around it to keep so it'd be warmer on your feet. And if you take a shower in here, the idea is to take both of those out. Take your shower in the pan, and then when you get done, you put the board back on it, and then you're standing on a dry floor when you have to go to the bathroom. So, or that wooden pallet is made to go outside, do your outdoor shower, so you have something to stand on. And I think that winds it up. We covered all that. We got that storage front to back. Yep. That's it. So I guess we'll wind it up, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yep.
Bye. If you enjoyed our video, please select the subscribe and the like button below. To get to our next video, select one of the tabs. Comments are always welcome.